Okay, so we're now on to exercise 3. And in exercise 3, we are going to do something a little bit different that we haven't done before. We're going to extract these records from, we're going to export these records from ACL and then import them into Power BI. So I'm just going to get myself ready. That's what we're going to end up with. Let's just close Power BI. Okay, so this is everything here that we had from before. I will keep summarize because it's a nice thing. It gives me all the numbers that I need to check against. So the first thing we need to do is export the inventory table in ACL to an Excel file. So let's open up the inventory table. Here it is. Let's export that to an inventory file. Data, export. So we're taking it out to a third-party package. So I'm just going to pick up all of those columns. We're going to need all of them. We don't need to filter it. We're just going to put it straight to an Excel file, which will be in here. And I'm going to call it inventory.xlsx. Okay, it's an Excel file. I want that worksheet as the name of it. So off we go. And I'll overwrite the existing one. There we go. So that's the export done. We don't need ACL anymore, so we'll just minimize it. So now we are in a situation where we've taken care of 3A. We exported the inventory. Let's create a new Power BI file. So up comes Power BI. Close that. And this is a blank one. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our data, to import an Excel file, connect, and then we're going to browse to the one we want, inventory. Want the sheet, click load. Doing all the things it needs to do. Okay, and there is our table. If I click on this here, I can see all of our records. Now, we need to do some transformations to this table to visualize it. There's a couple of things that have happened, and I want to do some different analysis. So I'm going to do that in Power BI to show you how I'm going to do that. So question B wants us to add a column called stock profits. So add a column, so we right click there, we click a new column, and now what I do is find, I'm going to call it stock profits. So these are all the profits that are going to arise if we were to sell what's in inventory for market value. That's what stock profits is all about. It's just my term. I made it up to give it a meaningful label, and I probably failed most spectacularly. You should pick labels that are meaningful, that tell people what they mean, so that when you're no longer the auditor, someone else comes along, they can see what you did. I use camel case, which is what the capital P in the middle is. Camel case, like the humps of a camel, and I can give a quite long description here. So this is going to be the inventory table, and I want the market value. Here's the market value. Subtract the cost of what is in my table as value 1. And there we go. So there's my stock profits. And if I just look at that, I can see that I've added stock profits. I need to create a new location column. So if I do that, and I'm going to, so what I'm going to do is new location. So I'm just going to call it a new location. Now what I'm doing here is I'm going to use a bit of a formula which is no more complicated than something we've done in Excel before. And the problem is, if you see over here in the location column, we've got a number. We've got a number 6 or a number 3 and a number 4. But when I go to sort on that, it's going to support it by, I think it's actually a string. Give me a look at that. It is, how can I check that? I can check that by looking over here on the location. It's a number. Now, it's not going to sort it how I want it to be sorted. I need it to be a string for when we do a graph. So new location equals, and what we're going to do is just put in a bit of a formula. We want to put a 0 in front, and we're going to format, use the format command. So you can see it's coming up with prompt text in here. Converts a value to text in a specified number format. So it's converting a number value to text. Format, I want the inventory location. Yep, that makes sense. And so just enter, comma. Now, value, the format value command has a number of different command strings that are in here. You might need to Google these to find them out. The one I want is just simply general number. Okay, close that. Now, if I do this, comma 2, close bracket, what it's going to do is it's going to put a leading 0 in front of the number 6. It's in location. And it should work. Yep, okay. And the reason I've got the 2 rightmost is because there is, if I take a look in here, there's number 22. So there's one location, 22, it's got one stock item, and this location is something that I want. You know, it'd be really good if I didn't have a 2-2 because it's going to format it all in the wrong order otherwise. So what I need to do is put a 0 in front so that it will sort in the right order. Okay, bring those all back. So that's good, we've got what we need. Now you could rename, for instance, value 1. You could rename that column if you wanted to, or create a column that replaced it. I'm just going to work with value 1, but you probably would rename it or create a new column based on that to give it a better useful name. So we've now created that table. It's got all of this data from our spreadsheet that we exported from ACL. We added 2 new manipulations, transformations on our records, and I've got something I can now visualize. So the requirement wants me to do one using inventory value, one using stock profits. And the first one is a tree value, tree map, which is this one. It's not, it is, where did the tree map go? Tree map, yeah. There's my tree map, okay? And I just pick and drop all of these onto there to make it look how I want it to look. So the first thing I need to do is probably pick up, and make that active for a start, pick up our location, go group, and pick up our inventory value, put that there. Okay, and I've got location 3's got 199, location 2's got 268. Remember how I can tell? I can go back to ACL and look at that summary table, analyze and summarize. Quantity and market value. Okay. Key field is location. Okay. So location 6 has 98801.10. Location 6 has 47609.10. What's happened here? 47609.10. That's the cost of getting the columns mixed up. And 268,988.06. 268,988.06. So my tree map is correct. And I can create another tree map, which will be based on market value. So put that into values, put location into group, and location 2 has 369,446. 369,446. So all of my data made it. I've just got another way to visualize it. And I could go to here, give it a nicer title, do all that kind of thing. That's all I really need to do. Oh, hang on. Yes, that's all good. What I should have done though was, instead of using location, I really should have used new location in my group. Now, it won't actually make any difference because in this instance, it will order in the same size. But you will see that I've got the leading 2 there. So I'll just do that. And there we go. So it's moved my numbers around a little bit. It's reformatted my visualizations a little, but effectively it's the same thing. I'm going to create a new page now to do a stacked bar chart. So here is a stacked bar chart. Let's make that like that. Now, again, I do need to use new location as my axis. And I'm going to use inventory value, which is this one, as my value. Now, sort your results by new location. Now, if I was to use location in here on my axis, see how what it's done, because they're numbers, Power BI has worked out that there's a whole bunch of missing numbers here. And so I've got a lot of gap here. It really isn't very meaningful. That's why I transformed new location. Plus, it's a good exercise for you to be doing. So I'll bring that back and you'll see it now looks more meaningful. When I sort that, actually what I'll do, I'll bring it back to location first. Location, bring it to there, kill that. So that's all fun. Now if I sort it, I can't sort it. That's half the problem. I can't sort that because it's already got a key. So it's a number, so it doesn't want to sort back, so it's already sorted, it's saying. Let's bring back new location. Now if I sort it, I can now sort it by new location. Okay, that's one way, and I sort ascending, and that's going to give me a stacked column chart, stacked bar chart that is more meaningful. How much has location 4 got? Well, I can see it straight away. If I want to know my top, I can sort it back by value, and I can easily see the biggest and the smallest, and I can swap those around if I want. So that's kind of cool. I'll put this back to sorting by location. Okay, and I'll do the same, stacked bar chart. Over here, new location to axis, market value, M goes to value, sort it by new location, and I can see basically I've got a comparison there if I want to do it. I could actually put those into the one stack column chart, stack bar chart. If I pick up value and put it into here, you can see that that's stacked, so it's going to give me something slightly less meaningful. Or I could do that visualization. I can see the difference between the market value and the amount here that it actually cost us. So here, if we sell everything at cost, we're going to make more profit. Okay. Here, that margin is starting to get a bit low, and up here, it's even lower. So it's quite a low margin, 2021 and 2767. I could muck around, do some transformations, do some analysis in here to create that difference, but generally, that's all I need to do for this exercise. Let's just convert that one back and get rid of value 1, just to bring it back. The last one we're going to do is a funnel chart. Now, funnel chart is this one. No, not that one. This one. Here we go. So we've got a funnel chart, and we're really going to do the same thing. So if I was to pick up new location, we're going to group it by new location. And we're going to pick up firstly stock value, put that in values. We've got all that there. And that's fine. I can do some fun things with that if I want, which is I can change in here. I can change the data colors, give you some advanced controls, and apply that, and you'll see that the colors move from biggest to smallest. They actually move around. I can change that because I probably would think that cool would be blue and hot, bigger, would be red. So that's how that would look. So that takes care of the funnel, does all of that. And we could do other visualizations. I mean, if I should do that again for that new location, put it on the group, pick up market value and put that onto the values. Okay, I won't do the temperature, that's that one there. I could do things like, what else would I might do? I'd probably put the location into the tooltips so that I can see that there. All of those kinds of things. Not quite sure. Should be new location. Okay, first new location 03. There we go. Okay, so that's loads of fun before it's giving us a count. Okay, now that's everything I need to do. Might just have a bit of a play. I can do a pie chart, pick up my market value, market value, put it on values, do that. Bring back the pie chart. There, pick up the market value here. Okay, and new location. There we go. So I can do all those kinds of things if I wanted. Pie charts are pretty passe. I could do a donut. I could do a scatter graph, not very meaningful at the moment. Market value by location, so I can see them happening. If I sort that by new location, it might be interesting. Okay, so that's how you get time series data. I could do other little things in here, but that's probably, in essence, that's nice. That's the kind of thing that looks nice on an infographic. That's a nice thing to summarize for a board to get their head around. Market value of that, 1029. I'd probably pick up new location and put it in. I see. Okay, right. There's a number of things I'll do there, but I'd have to have a bit of a play. But that will do us for this exercise. That takes care of exercise 3.